I do. Who you playing, Smoke?
I just said that.
Hey, who you playing?
On the
Them out in the business.
she the money. That's just so terrible.
Their own partners almost beat him yesterday.
Is what happened?
Play one of the wrong partners.
Oh, all of those people.
Shit, them boys playing for money.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay.
He just
40
ain't paid me
miles
for no
from where
money.
Candlestick
But he
Park
beat me
once stood.
28-14.
We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Up next, it's our main event between the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. Ready to get this game started? Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And off we go in Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action.
It's how you little sad for that.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he is finally out of bounds as he takes it all the way down to the 20. It's a home run to begin this game. 45 yards. From the red zone now. That's complete to Coleman out left. And they strike quickly here to begin this game. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman from 20 yards out. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Sent right down the middle and good. And that's good for a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
So what?
Tyler Bass.
Bass now to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they kick it up, trying to push for that marker. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first. Waiting their turn on that sideline. You'd have thought they'd be focused in and ready for this, Brock, but instead, their very first snap nearly ends with them giving it away.
Well, thankfully, somebody was focused and quick thinking to get back on that ball. And they got to settle down. You got to get back to that script and flush that negative play away.
Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves them with 3rd and 2. Purdy to throw it. That's caught. This is Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, McCaffrey. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. He's in a bad spot again. This is going to be another loss. Back-to-back plays now. They've gotten him behind the line. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Throw right side is caught by Samuel. Near the sideline, he's going to be forced out after a gain of about 20. And that's going to be good for a 49ers 1st down.
And the 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the counter, McCaffrey is able to drive that pile about a yard. And that was Dorian Williams with the stop.
Dorian Williams
Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock, continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
Well, he throws it quick, but what a pass rush that was. Able to hit him on the release anyway and break that up. 3rd down now after that incompletion.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
3rd and long for him here. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We're to the end of one. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. and it's 49ers football as we resume. And they've got the field goal team out there, Brock, trying to put 3 up against this deficit.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Looking for something, but the defense makes the play first, dropping him at the 27. Nick Bosa. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
And they'll pitch it out to him. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Bernardo Green with that tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's a save every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Following the false start penalty, here's third down and longer. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Following the false start penalty, here's third down and longer. Allen on the play action. And he's going to be brought down short, and that should bring out the Bills punt team for this 4th down.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Le contraire.
4th and forever coming up. They'll go. Allen. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces it to turn over.
Who you playing, Smoke?
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Now Purdy. And he's going to go down here. They are on him back around the 28. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on second. Purdy. That's taken in by Samuel. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now it's Purdy. And this throw's going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. No time to make that pass. Lucky he got rid of it at all, Brock. It's 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro out to try to put up 3 here for the Niners. From 37 yards in the right hash. Pinheiro's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little...
Yeah. What if it's contraire?
You love playing a battlefield.
Contraire, you bought your game?
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking
that
at
bitch back on mute.
SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California.
You at work?
Straight ahead is what should be a very
Yeah, I'm at work.
entertaining matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. And his punter, Ethan Evans, gonna send this one away. And here we go from LA. And this will be a touchback, so we're gonna need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Glad country ain't trying to play that Madden. Jesus.
You always trying to play.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game.
Oh, shit.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game.
You just
Sometimes
fucking win this.
all those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Running once more with Henry. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
No throw, 3rd and long. Drop this one down for Henry. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it will be a first down. They went for it on 4th and got the 4 that they needed.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On 2nd down, Lamar. Oh, he's headed for the ground. They get him at the 35. Myles Garrett. And now it's going to be 22 yards for them to pick up on this 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Put everything he's got behind it. And that one is incomplete. They both went up for it, but neither guy could bring it in. 4th down coming up. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Jackson throwing here. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
First snap, and Stafford's going to throw. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
First and goal, here's Williams. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take second and goal now from the 13. Now Stafford to throw. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock, but no chance. It's third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he goes, third and long. Throw is caught, and they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball, and that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Mevis able to knock it through, and that will get them on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, a little early momentum with that field goal.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return, so that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. So 1 second remaining. Here's our final snap of the quarter. This is Henry to start the drive. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Back at beginning the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Now it's Lamar. Escapes the pocket. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. Third down upcoming.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's fourth down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Fourth down and 9, and look at this. The offense is still out there. And they're going for this. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on fourth down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on fourth.
And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Ooh, they're on that one. Second down is going to end up in a loss of yards. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up third.
Stafford now on third down. That's caught by Williams. And they're going to take him down just short of that marker. In that range, might we see them go for this fourth down?
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Stafford gonna go on fourth. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on fourth down as they force the turnover.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
The drive begins with Henry. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive.
A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And he's making a house call. Pick 6 for Los Angeles. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that makes this a 10-point game.
Ravens, nothing.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Play fake, Jackson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Kicked off by Jalen Watson. And the Rams take over just inside the 40. They're at the opposing 39. That deficit, and that's nothing, Brock. They are right in this game, but they'll make it final if they keep hurting their cause with these interceptions.
Play smart, not scared. That's a mantra that the Colts and Tom Moore and Peyton play smart football, not scared to make a mistake. And right now, he is just making way too many mistakes.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Stafford now. He's got it at the 6. And with a leap, he's across. Touchdown Rams. Devontae Adams, a 27-yard score. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in, right? Higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
That one splits the uprights. And that makes this a 3-possession game. Here's Evans set to kick this away. This will end up as a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And this one's going to be incomplete. Catch there, but couldn't survive the contact. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Working on 2nd down. Jackson. And it was a big play for a moment, but he can't keep control of it through that hit. It's incomplete. That brings us to 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. They'll air it out on 3rd. Taking a shot deep here. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Approaching the final minute here before halftime. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Approaching the final minute here before halftime. Up the gut they go with Williams. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Stafford now off the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. They get to him, and they drop him. And that's going to knock them out of field goal range. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Fourth and forever coming up. Trying for it with Stafford. Got a man, that's Nakua. And they are not done yet. What a play offensively as they convert on 4th down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
After that 4th down exceeded expectations, look at this, some excitement as they come up to the line. It's 1st and 10. Stafford. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
A 2nd down throw from Stafford. This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented. And now the offense has to make the long walk back to the line for 3rd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Throw here, 3rd down. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. 3rd down, Brock. You knew that pressure was coming, and sure looked like he was lucky to even get a throw away on that play.
That rush was coming to flat out end that drive.
Yeah.
And it did.
Mevis able to knock it through. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
You know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Now Jackson. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Niggas start playing computer
incomplete.
defense.
A single second left now on the clock.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Brought down there. after a gain of about 14 yards. That's going to set up a Ravens first down. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Rams make the recovery.
Each of these guys on this hands team, well, they're handpicked, no pun intended, for the assignment. And they need the guys out there who could always be relied on to go bring in that onside kick without incident.
Back to throw here, Stafford. And the defense coming out firing here to start this second half, partner. Good hit there to break up what would have been a catch. It's second down.
Got to pre-order this.
First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and the defense wins round one in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
On second down, a run with Williams. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So third down now.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
To the air on third and long. Throw reeled in by
Man, when
Middleton.
John Sally
And
went
he's
in.
marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Rams have the first down.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to
That bitch
cash in
can't get on the
excellent
damn
protection, set
He
the
did,
table
but he
for the
said he had to
QB
go
to get
do
the
something, so
completion,
he got right
and the
off.
yards necessary.
First and 10 from the 32. From the gun, a carry by Williams. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of
Oh,
scrimmage.
we got them new units.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Stafford back to throw. That one complete to Whittington. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Talking that business
Throwing
league.
now, Stafford.
Yeah, I can't wait to get home.
That's complete. Nakua on the
Yeah,
left
I'm
side.
gonna get this
They're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the floor.
I think my favorite part was the magic he
That nigga
worked
probably-
after the catch. The way he took the
Running is a
completion
call from
and
fucking
made
play.
so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Williams.
Gonna have
Right
100
there is the
KBC.
start of what
You gotta
could
make
be
it
a
work.
goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
Probably
How
spending
many
this
times do
money.
you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've
Yeah,
heard
fuck
from a
it, DC,
defensive
I
coordinator,
guarantee
job number
this
one
cash
is,
out gonna have
stop the
$0 come the weekend.
and they've been doing it.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. To throw, Stafford. Buys time, and he's going down. They make the
Nigga
play
said
at
the
the
shooting
11.
is crazy on that bitch.
And they're driven even further from the end zone on that play. A loss of 6. It's now third and goal.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Huh?
Third and goal. It's Stafford. On him again, and it's the same result.
What'd you
They
say?
drop him again. After a loss of 8, that means it is fourth and goal.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
A 35-yard attempt.
Mevis able to knock it through. And 3 points brings an end to 3 quarters. So we're through 3 here. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. Here's Evans set to kick this away.
He said
And he
you got to
just sends this
pre-order.
out
He wouldn't
and
let him
over the
buy
end
it.
zone.
I
So
don't
no
know if he
threat
was
of
trying to
return.
buy
They're
it.
going to spot the ball
outta
up to
here.
the 35 to begin
He
this
said
drive.
pre-order.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. He's going to go down here. Pressure gets him at the 23.
Hey, that's the only
Nice
thing I
work by the
see
defense to start this
I
drive out. That's a sack on the first play.
Hey, Kate,
that bitch faster.
I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, you take a huge negative sack like that.
They faster.
For somebody who's been kicked off like he has,
Yeah.
Brock, you gotta admire his
Well, I don't know if
determination to
it's,
keep
it's
attacking
certain
these
niggas, but that
coverages.
nigga,
Yeah, that is
that nigga
risk.
ain't, I was
We're
moving
in
on that
double
bitch on the
coverage
fast
yet
break.
again. But this guy's got what I
Remember
call
how
a
niggas
high
used to just
belief
come and bang it
factor
out?
in himself.
Look at this effort, just enough.
Watching one of
Driving
the dudes
forward gets them the
flips on
first.
it.
A gain of 7. First
Shit,
down,
Malik said
Ravens.
it.
Jackson to throw it.
They're like
He
a
got hit
moving
as he was
faster than
throwing
me.
it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Incomplete.
Just continuing to add to some film that's going to be a little bit hard to watch. This guy, you typically don't see completion percentage numbers like this. Very, very accurate guy. Not today. He's going to have to figure out why.
Second down. Here's Lamar. He gets it away, but almost no power behind it. Incomplete. And now it's third down.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could. And the incompletions continue to pile up.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Passes, man. It's cut by Andrews. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough
Man,
for the
Pops
first.
in this bitch.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those
Every
opportunities
time I
to
told
show
them,
and prove they can be chain movers as well.
What
Even
you
as they get
saying?
more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. All right, gonna get a 2-point try here, Brock. Jackson gets his offense lined up.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're gonna throw for it. Oh no, they get him yet again. He's off to the races. He's at midfield. 30, hits the 20. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back.
25. Ravens 6.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Rams make the recovery. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah,
I
it's called a
guess.
have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game. Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook was wide, wide open.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Here's Whittington. And a good gain here. 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
It's a gain of 11. And a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. And go play fake here with Smith. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
There's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's going to pay off this first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
Taken down.
Now, you take these types of results as early wins in a game, Brock, both in getting their running back started and getting your guys to start winning that battle up front, too.
Moving a man against his will and doing it right from the jump, that often portends to good things offensively.
Working on 2nd down. Smith. That's caught. It's Brees Hall. They get in there for the stop. Damage limited to 8 yards. And that's going to be good for a Jets first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Play fake. Here's Smith. He's going to get this over the middle to Wilson. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Jets first down.
Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 15.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
He's brought down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Throwing on 2nd. Here's Smith. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Outright, Cooper's got it. And he's going to be about a yard short of what they needed. So let's see what they do here, Brock, on 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. They go play action. Here's Smith. Bails out of the pocket quick. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. They're going the wrong direction. He's going to be sent backwards to their own 3.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. Willis to throw it. And that one's incomplete. He got muscled off the ball there. That's going to bring up 3rd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
Willis on the design run. Good gain here across their own 15. Up the sideline to the 45. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. Riley Patterson on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead. So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll start this drive out 1st and 10. Smith to the air now. Has his man. That's their rookie from Oregon. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Smith setting to throw. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Smith.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Coming right is Hall. Has some space inside the 15. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
From inside the 1, here's 1st and goal. Throwing is Smith. Got his man in the end zone. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. And New York has its first points. On is Cade York for the PAT. And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10. their own 23-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. We'll start this drive with Achane. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Well, you've taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Now Willis looking to throw on 2nd down. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. Working quickly here.
38 yards on the play. 1st down, Dolphins.
Willis now. On the move, headed right. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Here's a screen for Achane. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami.
Complete to Devon Achane.
All right, so this solid first half continues for them, Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
That one right down the middle. And lead is up to 8. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Looking for something, but the defense makes the play first, dropping him at the 27. Zach Sealer. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down. Looking to throw, Smith. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
3rd and long for him here. This is a heater going deep. Caught the football, but it's jarred out before he can secure it. Ooh, they nearly had a big play there on 3rd down, Brock. But a good defensive effort forces 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. He has it at the 22. And his return's going to leave him enough time for 2, maybe even 3 plays before the half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Here's Willis. Taking a deep shot here. That's intercepted near the sideline. Minkah Fitzpatrick has got it.
Willis's pass intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. And the Dolphins will begin the 4th quarter with a football following the interception.
Must be paying these guys a day rate, not the hourly rate, because it took them just 1 play to answer interception for interception. We're right back, basically, to where we were 2 snaps ago, but with a whole lot of excitement in between.
Willis. And they are not going to get it all to begin the drive. Wanted to begin and end the series in just one snap, but they look to the end zone unanswered. So it's second down.
Second and 10.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, you got to find a way to win.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. On now is York to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Second half begins with a run by Achane. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. As Andre Cisco will hold him down there.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
They'll air it out on third. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Fourth down and 9, and look at this. The offense is still out there. And they're going for this. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
They'll go right side with Hall. It's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up second down.
That's some running over there, Kate, that's going to get some love from his coaches, maybe some fist pounds, too. Nothing flashy. Just trust your keys, run behind your pads, and get what's there.
Second down throw coming for Smith. Buying some time left. To the pylon, and he will get there. Touchdown, Jets. Geno Smith brought one back earlier and now takes one across.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. You just put on a show.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Brings in the kick at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So a minute and a half remaining in the third. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Working quickly here.
Down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 13 yards.
he gets him around 6 there. Micah Fitzpatrick in there making the stop against the team that took him 11 overall back in 2018. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they're not going to get anything out of this one. Goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Third down coming up. Third and 4 coming up now. Willis in the pistol. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Near the sideline is going to be forced out after a gain of about 20. And that is a Miami first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And we won't have another snap. That is the end of our third quarter. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Start of the fourth quarter, offense set up, 1st and 10. Here's Achane up the middle. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. But any more of those as they trail by a score. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Throwing on second, Willis. Trying for the touchdown. They did it! He made the interception! Brandon Stevens has it! And the Jets have some new life in the fourth!
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Stop this drive with home. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They go right back to Hall. And they're going to have the 1st down. Nice chunky yards there. Give them about 17 of them.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Hall once more. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
Even though we don't have mics in that huddle, I can imagine what's being said down there, Kate. It is keep feeding him. When you get positive yards and you start to run the ball and wear out your opponent, don't go away from it.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Now Smith. Connects with his back. Hall. Stops here. Gain of about 7. And that's going to be 1st down Jets.
And the Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Dolphins make the play that should win them this game.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. And the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout.
Will McDonald on the tackle.
The Jets take their first timeout.
Back at the 20-yard
And they still
line.
have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Complete right side to Washington. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
It's a designed run for Willis. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Back to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. That's going to be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock. That keeps this drive moving.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, that was no guarantee, Brock, and it's a call I don't think a lot of coaches would have the courage to make in that spot.
No, I think that's right, Kate, but you also typically know what you're going to get defensively, and that's man-to-man in those short yardage situations, either 3rd or 4th, and they take advantage of it.
So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a 1-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Dolphins, your winners. As with that, we sign off from East.
Wait, no. What to say I had? What's wrong with me?
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Khalif Raymond to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Williams. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Good work there, adding a little chunk after that catch as he gets it ahead for 8 yards. Make this 3rd and short.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback goes man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Pass brought in by Burton. Brought down after a gain of about 5. That gives them a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, hello. That's a warm welcome to this game, offering that kind of hit right from the jump. It sends a message. It sends a message. You better buckle it up today.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Williams set to pass. Connects downfield, on target to Burton. And he's going to score! Touchdown, Chicago!
Luther Burden. Touchdown,
Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it, on that opening drive, Brock, he was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a third time for 6.
What's up, Chad? Talk to a real nigga, man. What's up with y'all?
They jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Lions, nothing.
They cleared that light for the okay. You must have one light.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll knife his way through for a pick of a 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Off to pass now on 2nd down. Big strike here to Williams. Well, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. A gain of about 24. First down coming up.
4 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've set it downs from 37. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Goff to the air now. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. There's the hits, and finally put an end to that one. Out of bounds after a gain of about 26. And that's going to be a Lions first down.
That's just one of those plays on an opening drive, Kate, where on one side it's demoralizing. Defensively, rally, go make that tackle. But offensively, it just infuses you with so much confidence, knowing if you can just put the ball in your guys' hands, they can make a difference after the catch.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he's brought down just a few yards before the marker. A little further than that, and he would have had the end zone. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. Lions well within striking distance. A 2nd down throw from Goff. He's got it. Stopped at the 1. All right, so they're going to have to get that final yard. They're going to have to earn it. 1st and goal.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and goal at the
Gibbs
1-yard line.
does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. They've got a man in motion. Goff on 2nd down. Has his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. All right, partner, 1 drive in, and we can say this guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. Might not arrive for a while, man. That offense was humming on that opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
Bates sacks on the extra point. And they're able to answer early here. We are tied at 7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. No one's around him. He's got space. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. We've got fireworks on the first play of the drive. 32 yards. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. Contact is made, and that's going to take him out of bounds. Gain of about 21 on the play. And that's going to give the Bears the first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn good play into a great play.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. Some more from Ford Field on its way. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And give him an even 10 here, Brock, before he hits that sideline. This is going to get him a good bit closer now for this 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to reset the downs. They go with Monangai here. And he gets in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Santos now for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Lions 7.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
On 2nd down, Goff finds a seam down the middle. And brought to the ground. They hit him big on that play, Brock. It looks like they're marking a gain at about 25 yards. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Goff back to throw. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Jamison Williams from 41 yards out.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got a middle field or middle close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Raymond on the return. He brushed him off with ease. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Approaching the final minute here before halftime. Now here's Williams. Throw left side is hauled in by Loveland. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. That hit got there quickly.
Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Working on second down. Williams. Defender meeting him at the catch point and breaking up that catch. Incomplete. That brings up third down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds of the ice.
He's looking for Luther Burden. So that brings up fourth down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Quick throw right side. And they deliver on that fourth down. How about a gain of 27? Well, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side, on a play like that, you would better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
On play action, here's Williams. Forced out to his right, and he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely throwing it away.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get him pretty close to that marker. Call that a gain of about 7. That's going to bring up third and short. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. To throw, Williams. And no luck. That's incomplete. And that means it is fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
They pass on that long field goal. Would have been 55 yards. They're going for this. He'll go quickly to the right. And on fourth down, they respond. 18 yards on the pickup. That's going to be a first down.
That was some serious trust right there, Kate. I like to say that you sign the check as a quarterback once that ball leaves your hand. And he threw it short of the sticks, trusting his guy could go get the rest, and he sure did.
Williams on 1st and 10. And he's up over 150 yards passing thanks to that previous completion. From the red zone now. To the end zone, and this is going to be reeled in. Touchdown Bears! Roma Dunze finishing off a 9-play scoring drive with 6. Santos now for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Lions 14. Cairo San
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
35-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Goff setting to throw. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Finds Isaac Toussaint. Complete. He's down as that play goes for 26 big ones. That's good for the first down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. A give to Gibbs to start the third. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Goff. Fits it through the middle. Well, that one did some damage as he's finally all down. Gain of about 24. First down coming up.
24 yards. And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from 37. And off the play fake. Here's Goff. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. And the Bears say they have it. Looks like they do.
We got a close game here, Layden. Both sides of the ball. They're getting the same message from the coaches. Any play could be the impact play that decides this one. And in this case, how about that? It's a literal impact as the big hit forces a clutch fumble.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. First play of the series, zone read to the right. Drifting ever closer to their goal line as he winds up backwards to his own 5. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Second down throw for Williams. He slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Williams to throw on third. That's caught. This is Loveland. Defense gets there after a gain of 5, and that's going to be good for Bears' first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
First down, here's Swift. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Staying grounded with Swift. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds and just in the nick of time if you're a defender. Looks like about a step or two shy of that line to gain. That brings up 4th and a yard.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Bears football to begin the 4th as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. Look at them, they don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. They'll run it with Swift. And it is an excellent decision to go for this. They convert on 4th and 1.
Winning, losing, tied, driving for the win. If you're running it on 4th down in the 4th quarter, Kate, you had better be sure you can make that marker.
We've set it downs from 37. First down, they're sticking with Swift. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the 4th.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D-line.
And he's going to go down here. They are on him back around the 28. Ali McNeil. And that leaves them in trouble. They're staring down a 3rd and 19 now.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. Williams will look to throw. Absolutely fires this one right side. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
Just not a real big fan of that one, Kate, right there. Both the play call, but ultimately the decision. And that falls on the quarterback and his brain. You got to know the situation, the time, the distance. I don't think that was worthy of taking that kind of shot, certainly into coverage.
He's got this at the 27. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. So they're talking after about a 5-yard gain. He's going for a first set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
But incompletion does one thing, Kate, gives everybody a chance to take a little breath, really, on both sides. And offensively in that huddle, I'm reminding my guys, play fast, but not in a hurry. Play fast, but never rushed.
Goff on 2nd down. Well, he throws it quick, but what a pass rush that was. Able to hit him on the release anyway and break that up. 3rd down now after that incompletion. So 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Looking to throw it. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Great work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around 4th down.
They are officially left now clinging to one final lifeline. And for me, you know the situation. Players, not plays. Get your best player the ball on the most critical down of the game.
The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on 4th down. Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the...